Hello, Star Wars fans! Hey, do you know there's just 194 days until Christmas 2022? And today's live stream is brought to you by Verizon Wireless because the power is out in all of our surrounding communities. We are very fortunate here that we have electricity. In the school that's like 1 mile from my house, no power. The town, east and west of us, both those towns, no power. North of us, no power. So we're very, very fortunate here to have some electricity. We do not have our broadband internet. We don't have that. So I've got the mobile hotspot on. I've got the desktop computer here linked to the mobile hotspot. And Jason Ward has been here. We were visiting just a little bit before we went live. And every now and then, Verizon Wireless just misses for a second, and then I'm gone, and then we come back. But
don't worry, because over here I got unlimited power.
Turns out, unlimited power.
Yeah, got it.
Fantastic. That's absolutely fantastic. So we're going to talk about the Kenobi Episode 5 previews. I caught your live stream after the fact yesterday. You did your predictions. And you misread the less than greater than sign. We fixed that.
Yeah, what is this, math class, man? I can't believe the Star Wars show set at Christmas time, okay? Come on.
Like, less than? I'm like, no, Jason, that's greater than.
hey, my whole chat's dumb because nobody said anything. Everybody's like, yep, that sounds right to me. We lost Santa. Like I said, don't work out limited power. But this ain't a math show. I'm going to take all of that down, so don't worry about it, you guys. I can't put chats up on the screen, but when it does, I will read chats because the community says the community celebrates 2 months of membership. So that makes Santa happy. That makes me happy. But so good work there. Nerd Mafia. Boner.
We're back. We're back. We're back. Like I said, every now and then Verizon Wireless just hit blips and then we're back. So thank you for carrying on there for a second, Jason. So in any event, I saw you do your predictions. We won't go all the way through the predictions today. They say your volume is low again. Let me just turn.
I think your volume is too loud. Yep. Mine is, so it makes mine too low. Because I don't have an amp, but I go in native. I'm going native, you guys.
I just bumped mine back to 100%. I had it bumped to 200%.
Right.
I went back down. It should be.
Whoa, that's where all the power went. What are you doing? What are you doing, man?
How irresponsible. My neighbors are sitting in
no power because of you right now.
My neighbors are in the dark, and here I am absorbing all the power. That's not right.
Little Palpatine.
Hey, we've got a couple of fun things to cover right before we get into the discussion on Kenobi. And let me bring it up here. One of them you sent to us just ahead of time. There was a tweet and from the Obi-Wan Kenobi account. It says, "If you want my help, you got it." But we see hashtag Cowlin Roken. Yeah. So you've been calling him Roken forever.
Yeah, yeah. For all I know, in the next episode, he's all, "My name is Colin." He might say that, but they were always calling him Roken. So I think like Roken is like the real name, and then like Colin might be like the EU edition. But I could be wrong.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, but there you go. It's good fun, and it's one of these things that Star Wars nerds care about, and nobody else. Nobody else.
Meg, tonight, you're going to take that back tonight, Meg. You're taking it back. Watch.
Oh, yeah. Watch. Hey, and I want to, I was hoping Meg would show up. I know she's going to say it's not necessary, but I want to apologize to Meg for kind of getting a little too excited last week. We were chatting, and she came on to tell us why we're all wrong, and I got carried away. And I just feel like I came in too hot, and I was doing my Bible study this morning. We've got Bible study, our home group tonight, and I really felt like I was in a bad place mentally. Yeah. And so I'm feeling better. I was able to do some prayer and able to read the Bible and study for tonight's lesson. And I feel so much like my head is in a much better place. And I shouldn't get mad at people for liking Star Wars differently than I like Star Wars. And when it comes to legacy characters, for example, we're going to talk about that next.
Right.
We talk about legacy characters, and I said something to the effect of, well, fans don't deserve to see legacy characters, and I felt like that was kind of rude, mean.
No, they don't. They don't deserve any of it. We're taking it all from you. All of it.
Oh my goodness! I just, I just wanted to say that publicly. I'm sorry about that, Meg. I didn't mean to do that. I know we're good friends. I know that you said we didn't need to. I knew you would say, I didn't need to say it, but I felt like I needed to.
Well, here, I'll take the heat off you. Meg, you're a little punk, and I want to fight you.
Oh no, Rob! No, Meg was right. Tell Meg she was right. Yeah. Meg was right, but Rob, you're always wrong. Always. I don't care if you're agreeing with me. You're still wrong. I know. I really enjoy listening to your live streams with Rob. He's got a great sense of humor, and I love the little animations he's drawn. They're brilliant. They're brilliant. Dudes. I do. I love him. And when he goes into the impersonation of me, it gives me great joy. No, Meg. Rob is not always right. Don't tell him that.
Oh no.
Right now, Jason, you got to live with him. I'm sorry.
Meg's going to see Avatar with him now. So good work. Not me. I don't got to go. That's good. No.
Oh my goodness. Baymax was telling me yesterday I need to get Rob on to cheat on you, right? So
yeah, you should.
We're going to talk about Taika Waititi just here a little bit because there's an article. He did an interview, and again, I did the thing. This is what everybody should do. When you read an article from, say, we got this covered. Well, first of all, don't read articles there. Yeah. But if you're reading an article there, and they're saying that somebody said something about something, go check out where it came from because you should just do that. And so I was reading in another article that said in an interview.
It's my show now. I was reading another article where what happens is people go, they take the they take the article, they give analysis, they give them a telephone by the end of it, and whatever it was saying is kind of distorted a little bit, and then then we start taking inaccuracies as truth, and that is a big problem.
Well, we're back.
It's part of it.
I was still talking, and all of a sudden I hear Jason talking, and I'm like, oh, I'm gone. I'm gone. Meg, thank you for the super chat. Do you think Obi-Wan's left cheek will get a poster? That's about the qualification.
It's going to have that bright hole in it, though. That bright hole on the side. Yeah. And it's going to say, and it says, fear the dark side. It's going to be good. You could get matching.
Oh man, it's hot in here. Look. Oh no. Mm-hmm. Oh Meg, what did you do? So I went to the source of the article.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And Taika Waititi, they said there was an interview with Kathleen Kennedy. I know we spoke the unspeakable name, but then an interview with. I know. He says, well, chatting with, where was it? Taika. There was in their article, they said Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy recent talk to Total Film about the need to create a whole new saga. So I'm like, oh, you invoked the name, the name which shall never be mentioned, just because Star Wars fans. But while chatting to Waititi about his role in Lightyear, we asked if he agreed with Kathleen Kennedy's words. And he said, look, I think for Star Wars universe to expand, it has to expand. Now there is just a really thoughtful comment. For things to expand, they have to expand. That's really deep thinking.
Hey, come on. He was talking off the cuff, and then they like quoted him verbatim. But I do appreciate getting the quote verbatim. You know?
For things to get warm, they need to be warmed. I don't know.
It's getting hot in here.
I know. So anyway, he says, I don't think I'm any use to Star Wars universe making a film where everybody's like, oh, great. Well, that's the blueprint to Millennium Falcon. Oh, that's Chewbacca's grandmother. Yeah. Although, who wouldn't want a show about Chewbacca's grandmother, right? I mean...
keep hearing Chewbacca's son's going to cameo in the next episode, guys. It's going to be hot, guys. It's going to be good. Yeah.
Speaking of being hot, I got to turn this heater off.
You need to turn the heater up?
Whew. It's warm in here. It says, a standalone, great though. I'd like something new and create some new characters and expand the world. Otherwise, it feels like a very small story. So, so last week I was a little salty, and I said, because I'm enjoying Kenobi.
Me too.
And a lot of the complaints I see people have, I'm like, yeah, but that's Star Wars, and why are you complaining about Star Wars? Because, I mean, that's the essence of Star Wars. Mm-hmm. And then I needed to calm down. I need to relax and say, hey, you know what? Different people enjoy Star Wars differently, and I need to back off. So that's where the apology to Meg comes from, and I just wanted to say that. So
well, I want to say sorry, not sorry, Meg. Because Tika's coming for you. I write some Tika fan fiction, and she watches your videos and she dislikes them. No, I'm kidding.
No.
I watched Meg's video today, and it was very good.
Oh, Meg's videos are the best, and there's a little secret project going on that Meg doesn't know about, so nobody tell Meg, right? Okay. Shh, don't tell her. So some of us are doing a thing. Oh. So that should be coming very soon. So anyway, so there's the story about Taika. We still don't know anything about what this movie is.
Well, what I was thinking about, like when I first read the quote, and why I think he's ultimately right, is because what a character looks like isn't a characterization necessarily, right? It's like it's just a physical attribute. So like Mando and IG-11, it looks like Boba Fett, and it looks like IG. It looks like IG-88, but both of those characters really didn't have a lot going on before that show, did they? Like IG-88, I mean, destroy. That's it. Pretty much like what you could infer from him. And then Taika's IG-11. Now IG-11 has this whole thing about him. He's a new character, and and I would say people love IG-11 more than IG-88, even though we played with it like Robert Rodriguez directing a Star Wars film and we were this tall. That's the only difference, I think. And right. So I think it's been proven to us time and time again that the general audience needs new characters to be able to roll with the fantasy. And to some extent, the writers, I think, are really profiting off of there just being no ties to anything. The fact that they can just continue on writing a fantasy without, oh geez, I got to figure out how to get him off Tatooine. I have to figure out how to get him out of the Sarlacc pit. Like there's all this baggage that comes with those legacy characters that we don't really have to deal with when we are waiting for a brand new story to unfold. So
yeah,
sure.
Yeah. And I'll agree with.
I can't see you, Santa.
Am I back? Am I back?
He's back, but your
okay.
Your video, but
oh, okay. Well, Verizon Wireless. I mentioned at the top, and it wasn't, I thought it might come across like an endorsement. It was so that you guys would know who to blame.
Yeah. Girl, this isn't free. I'm paying for this.
Yeah, exactly. This is on the data plan, and so as soon as I use up my data, then I'll go. They're going to throttle. They'll throttle the live stream. So
data from Goonies or Star Trek? Discuss in the chat.
Yeah, but today's live stream brought to you by Verizon Wireless. Yeah, register all complaints on quality to them. Although they are at least providing me some access to do the show today, so I'll withhold a little bit of hate on them. But anyhow, no, I think that's a good point. We've had a discussion several times how I think Star Wars does need to move beyond the legacy characters. We do need to move outside of the Skywalker saga, because some of the issues and here's the thing I really came to some grips with as I was praying and going through things and thinking about Meg and thinking about the relationship that I have in this community. And I'll tell you what sort of started it. I got a beautiful message yesterday from a friend, and I posted it on Discord without their name on there. It was an absolutely beautiful message, and it touched my heart. It made me think, I haven't been necessarily representing myself well, and I haven't been representing my faith well, so I need to fix that. But anyway, as I was doing that, I was thinking, some of the complaints here within Kenobi have been about the lore, about continuity, and this thing to that thing doesn't make sense, or that thing in the context of this other thing doesn't make sense, and trying to figure out all of that. If we can break free of it, then they can tell a story that will have continuity and perhaps line up better to logic. And I go back to think about some of the logic flaws in the original trilogy, and then how George made them worse with the prequel trilogy. And then it's been a problem, and there were things about that took me out during the prequels, and then I fought the lore, but the lore won, right?
Yeah, right. Well, it's also like how long does it take for some of the stuff to start to feel like Star Wars common sense? Like, Leia is a sister. That's really weird when you really think about it, but it's like it's accepted as Star Wars common sense now. That's a sister, of course.
Right. Right. Exactly. And Jason, I think you were talking about how there was another reference to Paper Moon recently, and how you and I need to do a deep dive into Paper Moon sometime.
Right?
So there you go, Mark. Did that just for you. No, but I think, yes, there you have it. If we can break into a new era, a new timeline, even if it builds, like, I love the sequel characters. I absolutely love them. I would love to see something pick up right after so that we can see more of that. But even if they went beyond the sequel characters and, 100, 200, 500 years, I don't care. And were to like start a new saga, it could kind of break down some of the issues that we've had where people are like, well, Darth Vader's suit's impervious to fire. He can't be afraid of fire. But at the end of
standing over him.
Right. But at the end of Return of the Jedi, they put his body on the funeral pyre and burn it with fire. Like, how does that work if the suit's impervious to fire? Wouldn't he just be in there not cremated?
You say impervious and different things to different people,
Right. And how does his mask get all melted if it's, if he can swim in lava? The fire is not going to be near hot enough to do that. So,
I mean, but the idea that like Darth Vader's jumping into lava lakes doing the backstroke in lava because he can, come on. I mean, it doesn't mean he wants to do it.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Hey, Thomas Shane, thank you for the super chat. That's why I love the High Republic. Oh, the High Republic.
The High Republic, man. Yeah, man. That's what it's about, you know. I have not personally connected with the print of the High Republic, but I'm looking forward to Acolyte. I think that's going to be where stuff really starts to get defined and real for me. I'm curious if after Acolyte comes out, if I could go read something I already read and enjoy it more. Because is it my John? Or that the books kind of need that live action element to make it work. But
Meg, God bless you. The High Republic, I prefer Star Wars.
Star Wars. Well, man.
Meg. I love the High Republic. That story from Wave 1, it was really good. So in any case, that's the deal. Yeah. So, but when we get into some of these lore aspects of is the suit impervious, is it not? People arguing about, well, but they said his name in front of Leia. Now she knows, and then they know that Leia's Bail Organa's daughter, and Bail Organa, and they know that she knows about the path, and Bail has to know about the path, and then the Empire knows about the path, and blah 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 blah. And how is it that Bail Organa continues to pull off his little, like all the things, right? all the things come up, right? And if we could move past that, where people are kind of in these tight rails that limit the story, and that's again why I have enjoyed the High Republic, because you don't know who might live and who might die. Some characters that were really essential to the story dead. Thanks, Kevin Scott, dude. But anyway, like he killed off people, and you're like, dude, you're ruthless, killing off some major characters. But I think if we could do stuff like that and get outside of the Skywalker saga, and I've been a proponent of doing something in the unknown regions involving the Chiss, maybe with or without Thrawn, but something there opens things up. It's the unknown regions. It can be all kinds of rules. Could be different,
Sure.
So
yeah, could be all kinds of weirdos out there.
Exactly. So let's talk about our I do want to mention we have a Discord server. That's where most of this community, like the daily chat, goes on. But I've also got a Patreon, and for just $1 a month, you can submit questions that we will discuss during the next live stream. And this was the last, this is posted into Patreon, like live stream discussion chat. Ducky Momo, fantastic question. Let's assume Naboo and Tatooine are 4,500 parsecs apart. If Din and Grogu leave Tatooine at the end of Book of Boba and are headed to Naboo to get some scrapyard replacement parts and travel at 22,000 light years per day.
Here's that math again.
I know. And Ronnie just got out of school, but here you go. And so 22,000 light years per day. And a drunken Gungan is leaving Naboo, headed to Tatooine for sunbathing at 19,500 light years per day. Then would you be more likely to order a personally unwashed, hand-tossed salad from Dexter Jettster, or a double portion of the squid soup that tried to eat Grogu in season 2? 22,000 is more than 19.5, so I'm going with the squid. I'm going with squid. You're going to get to Tatooine before the person gets to Naboo. So there you go.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So we've got some Kenobi preview. Preview. So tonight, maybe I should put the spoiler thing up just in case, because I don't know what we'll say, and I don't know what the folks in the chat are going to say. But we're down to the final 2 episodes. There's been a lot of discussion, and your leaks have lined up to put us right here for episode 5. And then we know that there is also some people have been doing talking about math, with this theatrical release in some theaters in Canada, right?
Oh, by the way, for what it's worth, Fandom Empire just texted me a minute ago, and Silver City, London Cinemas has it listed right now.
Oh,
And they have the 1 hour 33-minute version listed. Yeah, as you could see right there. Sorry, it's not very, but yeah, so it might be coming to London if that's legit, which I imagine it is. So
there
maybe
you
it'll
go.
be coming other places. Maybe if it's in London and it's in Canada, maybe we'll get it.
Yeah, Baymax and Meg will be. What date is the London screening? Does it say?
Let me see if I could tell from this. It was Silver City London Cinemas, so that's a place to start looking if you want to. And it just says Obi-Wan Kenobi final episode. That's what I could see. It's cut off here, but it says final episode. So I don't think they're doing the whole thing, but it sounds like at 7:05 p.m. And it doesn't have a date though. So I imagine
It might be
the finale date. Probably.
Yeah, next Wednesday or early Wednesday morning for the folks over there in London.
Right.
Yeah. Nikki with $5. She's caught me ignoring her in chat again. So she's like, I'll show you, Brian. Here you go. I'll give you $5. Now you have to read it. I see you, Nikki.
Nikki.
I see you, my friend. She says the only way this makes sense is if all the characters get MIB treatment and George Lucas shows up with a neutralizer and wipes their memory. Well, I do think that's a potential that there will be some sort of memory, or more likely, it just is. It's like Kenobi saying, I don't remember having a droid. I mean, yeah, he saved my life in that one movie. And every time I had to call Anakin, I would always call R2. R2, I need Anakin. Like,
Yeah, he's like, I drag lots of children through the galaxy. I don't remember them all.
Exactly. Well, you remember that time in Attack of the Clones when we had to get R2 to get the elevator so that we wouldn't be crushed? Yeah, there was that. Oh, no. I don't remember. What? R2-D2? What? I don't.
I actually went and I took the script and like really did look at it like I was a person in Bible study, I was like really like looking at it and stuff. And when you really do look at it, it doesn't actually break anything. I mean, Leia is like, when she does the message out to Kenobi, she's like, you served my father during the Clone Wars. That's what we all remember. But now he begs you to help us. So it's not her going, I need your help, buddy pal. She's saying it from her father, who is most likely like some kind of general or admiral in the secret resistance rebellion, right? So when that kind of stuff happens, it's actually fine. And then when Luke's like, I'm here with Ben Kenobi, she's like, where? She knows right who. She's like, no, I didn't call Ben Kenobi. That's some other guy. I called Obi-Wan Kenobi. Who is this Ben? Because that works in Star Wars. You can just say your name and nobody knows who you are. You're like, oh, Darth Vader? Oh, I didn't train you. I don't know who you are. I'm looking for Darth Vader.
I mean, Luke Skywalker, who lives with my stepbrother, that couldn't possibly be any relation to me.
No.
I couldn't stop.
Yeah.
Look, and Nikki, you're right. This is where the rationalizing starts. And for some people, it works. Some people, it doesn't. And that's where I was really convicted about arguing with Meg last week. I got really convicted myself and felt really bad about arguing with her. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, I do think, though, that we have to be open to rationalizing to some extent if we're going to expand stories that are set in stone that we take too seriously sometimes. I mean, otherwise you just can't go with it. No matter what, It will always hold you back. But I hope it works for you. But I'm having a good time. So I
am too. And I posted on the Den of Nerds server the other day, like, can we just have fun and be critical of some of the things, and you could say,
Wait,
well, that
hold on. No.
No? Okay.
Don't even try. Don't.
Oh my goodness. Ducky, why doesn't Santa ever feel bad about disagreeing with me? Well, because you're the duck,
Yeah.
I mean,
You're from a Howard the Duck pocket universe, so
sort of self-explanatory, isn't it? Look, we know a good deal about the leaks tonight. We know that we're headed to Jabim, to the Force-sensitive colony. And a question came up about, will we see Jedi other than Obi-Wan Kenobi and, say, Inquisitors, past whatever, right? And by Jedi, and Josh Lucas said this one, I mean somebody that can use the Force. Well, that's not everybody that uses the Force is a Jedi, Josh. I hate to break that news to you. There were people who use the Force who are not Jedi, right? So
I don't know. Josh said so. It's probably
he did do a 6-hour live stream last night, so I mean he knows things. But there's a Force colony, Force sensitives. I wouldn't call them Jedi.
No.
I would just call them
more than I would call a dark side user a Sith.
There you go.
It's a religion. You have to be, and it's also a rank. It's religion and rank even.
Chillmonger. By Jedi, you mean a pupil of a guy named Jed.
Yes.
You've got a point, Chillmonger. The Force sensitive colony, they've got a teacher there. His name's Jed.
Maybe that's what that poster thing is. Maybe that's the Jedi. That's why they're doing those dumb posters.
Well, let me tell you about a man named Jed. No, Jed.
Man named Jed. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a song to be written there. That's good. So no, I think that we could see a bunch of Force users, none of them Jedi. And the speculation comes to, well, what about some name drops that we've already had in Kenobi? Right. Might we see somebody we know? And I would think that the answer you've given us time and time again has been quite clearly, no. That's not really...
To the best of my knowledge. I'm like I said, I'm not saying something like that doesn't happen, because like who knows? Like if they just like all of a sudden like I didn't know that the Clone Wars guy was in it.
Hey, our friends over at EBN stopped by. Hello, good or bad, will we have fun with it? That's what I was just saying, Echo Base. And I'm not sure, is this Nick or is this Coach? Nick stops in from time to time, so this might be Nick. But I will say, look, I could be critical, but I'm having so much fun. I'm laughing. I'm enjoying the story. And does it have holes in it? Is some of it like head scratching? Sure, yeah, absolutely. But I'm used to that. It's Nick. Hey, Nick, thanks for dropping in again. I have fun with it, and I could be critical and say, well, yeah, they could have done this better or that better. One of the things I like best about Episode 4, one theory or one proposal was, why didn't they just go back out the way that he got in? Right, go back through the underwater tunnel to get out. Then you don't have the whole thing on the platform with all the other things. Like, oh, that's a really good idea. I like that idea. But am I super triggered that they did it?
Why didn't he escape the same way that he came in with Leia?
Yeah, why didn't he take Leia out?
What's she gonna do? Hold her breath?
Well, you gotta have an underwater vessel come and get them. Undetected. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't think. I think you could swim there because there's sharks and stuff everywhere. But I think if you went in a little submarine, I think they would probably catch that.
Okay.
My thing that I was thinking about for some of that though too was like when they show that stormtrooper in Boba and like he uses the oxygen, and I was like, I wonder if they could have used that. But that's just me, because the stormtrooper should be able to swim underwater, right?
Well,
in a way.
Well,
I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Meg, I love that you have a trademark on the end of this. How funny is that, right?
I just hope episode 5 isn't another wet fart directly down the throats of us fans.
Trademark.
It's just like Empire Strikes Back, fake fan. The best Star Wars movie ever.
Oh my goodness. So there's $2 from Vader's Lair. Thank you, my friend. Delicious, Meg. May I have another? So Meg said, it's the people saying Kenobi's all right that the reason franchise is failing. Look, I disagree with you. I disagree too. I think you can have fun with it and be critical of it. But at the end of the day, I think more people are enjoying it than the people who are upset. That's my perspective, and I mean, not just in the YouTube community, Star Wars like devotees. I mean, people, human beings on the planet.
I am seriously enjoying it more than The Mandalorian because cute green babies don't really do that much for me. I'm just gonna be honest. I mean, I'm not trying to have a hot take. I really, truly am enjoying it more than The Mandalorian. Doesn't mean The Mandalorian's bad or I don't like it. It's not, it doesn't mean I can't like both. I do like both. But I am actually enjoying this on a week-by-week basis. I am more invested in the story for this than I am that, for what it's worth. But
yeah, me too.
I know on large that's not the case.
Well, but I see other channels that are also having fun with it. Like our friend Star Wars Obsession, he's having fun with it. I think when you look at, and I know, again, I'm going to invoke a name that creates great amount of anger, but yeah, look at Star Wars Explained. They're having fun with it. You can look at your close friends over at Star Wars Newsnet, your best buddies over there. They're having fun with it.
Yeah, I mean, they almost know what an exclusive is too. That's the amazing part. Like, it's like taking them on the journey that this show is exclusively on Disney Plus, and at the end of it, they're gonna be like, "Oh, that's what that means." It's cool.
Jason.
It's cool.
Jason.
Yeah, Lola, who's she? Oh, I thought Barry's not included once. That's my scoop.
Jason.
But, yeah.
So other Force users tonight? Yeah, sure. Are we going to see Cal Kestis? Probably not. Are we going to see Mace Windu? Meg, I don't think so. Other Jedi that we know from other stories? Yeah, I don't think so. I just don't think so.
Yeah, like when it comes to like what's his name? Who's the guy who was written on the wall? I'm drawing a blank on his name right now.
Ventress's boyfriend.
Yeah, Ventress.
Asajj's boyfriend.
Ventress's boy. Yeah.
I'm also drawing a name. I can think of her.
I know his name. Why is my brain doing this to me? What's happening? It's the chip.
Quinlan Voss. Thanks, Matt Risman.
Voss.
There's another person who's having fun with the show, Matt Risman. And Echo Base. Look, I am so happy you guys are here. I really appreciate it. And we don't see eye to eye. Nick and I have different opinions about Kenobi. But look, this is how this works, right? Has Star Wars Explained ever been critical of anything Star Wars ever?
He's open for that StarWars.com job.
They did get. I would say Alex did get a little fussy about some things in the sequel trilogy. Overall, not so much though, right?
Oh my word! But, yeah, but at the end of the day, like some of you guys talk about the Bad Batch all the time, and I think you're nuts. I love it. I enjoy it, but it was like, oh, but the Bad Batch. It's like the Bad Batch is almost like Josh to me. Oh, but what's Josh gonna do? It's like, what's Bad Batch? Bad Batch is like utterly irrelevant to like so much stuff, but I know people enjoy it, and I'm not, gonna like pick on you guys when you are enjoying. I like it, like I watch it, but I just think it's very, to me, it's super like, okay, I watched that. Now I'm gonna go on with my life. You know what I mean, kind of stuff. Whereas like the live action shows, I'm more like, oh man, like I'm gonna watch it again and again. But it's things just work differently for different people and different demographics and all kinds of stuff,
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like the Kenobi series, I tend to feel that like the juice is worth the squeeze on it. So it's really working for me.
Trademark.
You
The
know?
juice is worth the squeeze.
Yeah.
Trademark. Jason Ward.
Yeah, I didn't make that up. I wish I made that up.
This is funny. Baymax put in here. Ned B will open up his reveal. Jedi Master. We to fart. So we were at Bible study last night, and we were talking about weird names and stuff. And one of my friends knows a family. When they were having their baby, they said, "We will name the baby after the first thing we see when she's born." Her name, Nosmo King. No smoking.
Is that real?
It is real. It is real. Nosmo.
Israel. Are we back in Bible study? No. Okay.
Israel. Nosmo King. So there's a lesson for you. Don't do that.
I named my kids Penny Rebel and Luke Danger.
Ooh.
Danger's his middle name.
Yeah.
So whenever he gets lucky, he gives me a steak every time, because that's gonna work for him, I think. I hope. But every now and then I go, man, maybe I shouldn't have done that. But then I just heard that story, and I don't got any worries. I'm cool. It's fine.
Nikki, Santa's going big time. I got to pay for questions. Just you, Nikki. Just no. That was evidenced by me reading this one that she didn't pay for. So in any event, so no specific name Jedi. Plenty of Force users.
But there actually could be. For the record, like there could be like somebody, like I said, like the guys in Amber in the vault there.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was Tierra Sanube from the Clone Wars. Like I knew there were what happened there, but I didn't know that was him. Because people generally like crew members aren't like, oh, Tierra Sanube from episode 304 of the Clone. They're not doing that for the most part, like we are. So they're Star Wars fans, but they're also very rational people.
Nikki, she's cracking me up. So there is this $5 one up here. I did skip it. She caught me. She's the best. This is a genuine question. Why was there a full-blown youngling frozen sap? I don't know, Disney canon, but there weren't any Inquisitors during Order 66, right?
The backstory implies that the Grand Inquisitor was turned first and early.
Well, not only, we don't know who put them in the Amber. They're in Fortress Inquisitorius, but they could have been put there, or they could have been captured in Amber by anybody. Palps could have caught them. Anakin could have caught them. Anybody, right? It's just that they're there doesn't mean that the Inquisitors caught them.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe. And maybe, as you said, maybe the Grand Inquisitor, when he was a guard, right?
I thought it was honey. I thought it was delicious honey they put him in. They're like, I'm so sticky in here, I can't get out.
It was Hammond. There you go. It was Hammond. Good one, Meg. Good one. Left Coast Graphics. Inquisitors caught them. Well, maybe the Inquisitors caught them. Maybe they didn't. We don't know. So in any event. So we're expecting.
Always love snacks at night, and if we put a big pot of honey over here, when they go to get the graham crackers, we'll catch them. That's how it unfolded.
So another point is we are expecting Vader to come to Jabim, or just the Inquisitors.
I'm expecting Reva with the Purge Troopers and the Stormtroopers, and then I'm pretty sure that Vader is going to go, and I'm pretty sure that we're going to see a big fight. And so, like, when they were filming stuff, I basically had like two schools of people that were not lying to me, because I had proof, and it was like there were partisans filming, and there were Force sensitives filming. And I could not tell you where to put the emphasis based off of just those two disparate elements filming separately on the same set, doing the same stuff. And there's a mixture of them at times and stuff like that. So So we will have shots where it's just the Force sensitives. We'll have shots where it's just the partisans and stuff like that. So I don't want to I've never wanted to go and say it's this all out one thing or the other. The one thing I can tell you is it's an all out war. It's the big battle. This is the big, not the battle of the heroes. This is the big battle of the series, though.
Excellent.
If that makes sense. Yeah.
No, it makes total sense, and I love Will Morgan. He's had this theory since Bad Batch. You mentioned it before that Omega is going to end up like Snow White. He's got this whole comparison with Omega and the clones and the Seven Dwarfs and all that. So he's convinced that she's going to be an Amber. That explains her being asleep, the Snow White thing, all of that. So good fun. We shall see. Other Inquisitors other than Reva and then Vader showing up. Might we see the fifth brother actually in action? Do something?
Yeah, we will, and we will also see. London. He just told me London, Ontario, mate.
Oh,
come on, Canada! You can't do that. You can't have a London.
There's a London, Ohio. It's not too far from me. It's true.
Oh, I'm here in France, California. No, you can't. That's bullshit. What? Okay.
Come to think of it, Meg has never told us which London she lives in. Maybe she lives in London, Ontario, and she's been fooling us all this time to think she's in England. She could be in London, Ohio. Maybe she lives just up the road from me. I don't know.
She lives in Sheboygan. London, Sheboygan. It's a subset of Sheboygan. Mm-hmm.
Oh, my goodness.
That's all an act. She's really good.
Right. She does a fantastic British accent. It's amazing.
And one thing, somebody last week, they're like, man, you're a speculation bummer or something like that.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
When that started going around, when the thing that every episode mirrors one of the films started going around, I asked, and they were like, nah, man, nah. just so don't get mad when all of a sudden it doesn't. But I think Star Wars reuses so many things, you could just be like, oh, well, in Empire Strikes Back, they do that, and then they do that. It all rhymes, but it's not really on purpose.
Yeah. And my friend Star Wars Fitz mentioned how upset he's going to be if this thing happens tonight and all this. And he said if you hear screaming coming from Dublin, you'll know it's me. I'm like, well, Dublin, Ohio, that's a suburb of Columbus. It's right down the road.
Sketchcraft, I believe it's spelled stupid. It's not spelled the same way. It's like P-E-R, isn't it? Like P-E-R-R-I-S or something like that. Yeah, it's spelled stupid out there, and that's where they make the meth.
Yeah.
Out there in Paris, California. That's Lake Paris.
Yeah.
Actually, it's called Lake Paris though too. So it ain't France.
Right. Right. Hey, and I see at Vader's Lair, I see you in the chat, Chief. So I'm not ignoring you intentionally, but I'm just trying to follow the discussion, and I just want you to know that I see you there. So we might actually see the fifth brother use his lightsaber, which I saw some people saying, "Hey, we haven't even seen the guy fight yet." I mean, come on, give us some action.
He goes to turn it on, and then it doesn't have batteries. Like, oh, Reva, didn't charge it. Reva, God darn. Yeah, he's that guy. I am not of as much as I gush about the show. He is the one thing that I absolutely just think is completely just silly. It just doesn't work.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah, and that's why I said, look, we can have fun, we can enjoy watching a show and be critical. At least that's me. I know other people, your mileage may vary on that. So, yeah, Meg, I'm growing saltier by the day. This isn't even my final form, right?
Poke Meg, she's gonna evolve. No, but I mean, it is like you can. I mean, really, there is a part of this. I'm not saying that people should justify mediocrity, especially if it's
Right.
mediocre to you. I'm no way saying that, but you can decide I'm going to be on the creative side first and foremost until I cannot be. Most fandoms like, oh, you can't even leave Tatooine right from the very start. They were already on the other side. And what do you expect? I mean, like if you have a bad attitude, you're gonna have a bad time. That's
Right.
to some extent. I mean, that's just true of going to Chuck E. Cheese or the grocery store
That's
or
right.
whatever. But
Really, your mental attitude will affect, and this is just in general, like psychology, right? Your mental attitude will affect your mood in a great way.
yeah.
And going into something with a positive mental attitude generally leads you to have more positive mood. Generally, now you can be taken out of it, and I know a lot of people said, "Hey, I went into Kenobi with a positive attitude. The show I got put me in a negative." I get it, and that's why I said I felt really bad about my attitude last week,
Yeah.
and that's why I apologized to Meg earlier. I feel really bad about how I got in my own mental space.
And whenever that happens, just go attitude, 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 and then see how you feel. You might feel dumber.
Right.
I like me right now.
Eggs and bacon are always better with salt, right? A salty Meg. Sweet and salt, they kind of go together. So we get an attack on Jabim. The Force settlement colony, they're going to take a massive hit.
Yeah.
The Inquisitors, Vader, all of that good stuff, right?
And one of the things about it too is I've heard that Haja's there.
Oh,
And so I'm not sure how that works. I don't know if Haja's working with them like deeply the whole time, or if there's like a moment where they realize it's going to hit the fan and they sort of form up to fight to get out. I don't know how that makes sense necessarily, but it does seem like he is going to be there too.
yeah. And Mike Porter. I just think Star Wars fandom is argumentative. That's a good point too, Mike. And I heard, who was I talking to? I want to think. I know what it was. It was during our Zoom call the other day. We were having this discussion. I think it was Quentin that brought it up. I'm probably wrong on that. But look, I watched something stupid on the MCU. I don't spend days talking about it or getting worked up about it. Well, it was you yesterday on your live stream when I rewatched it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't spend days talking about that. But
yeah.
Star Wars does something stupid, and we all got to fight about it. Well, it's because we care, right? There's a lot of passion, there's a lot of enthusiasm, and a lot of personal connection to the story. And so when these things happen and it offends our sensibilities, and I don't say that in a negative way, we all have sensibilities and they can be offended. When something offends our sensibilities on something that we love, then yeah, that's how it happens. Ducky, that was me on the Zoom. Okay. I'm just trying to remember where that came from. So, but that's exactly right. So, Darren, here's a good one. Why is the ocean so salty? Because the land never waves back. That's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, so all the decimation from Vader and the Inquisitors we're expecting tonight. But another very, very important part of the show, we're expecting Obi-Wan to be meditating, maybe having a little chat with Qui-Gon, right?
No, I don't.
No chat.
Wait.
We know the face-to-face is next week, but
so how I think it happens, from what I have heard, is during the lightsaber fight with Vader. During the final fight, that's when Qui-Gon finally appears in his ear.
Oh, okay.
And guides him through the final duel.
So both of those are next week then.
And then when he returns home, that's when he finally gets the full body apparition of Qui-Gon. I believe that's how it happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. So, but Obi-Wan does have recollection of this training session he had with Anakin. And here's where we're going to get to see Hayden and Ewan together. And there's been talk of it's probably, or maybe not Clone Wars era, it's probably Attack of the Clones era, but that's unclear to me. Can you add any clarity to that?
No, as far as I know, they are just wearing their Jedi clothes and they're doing this training session. So, if they show up with Clone Wars armor pieces on or something like that, that would be news to me. I wouldn't mind seeing it, but and I'm not against it, but I don't think I don't know if that necessarily makes sense, but I guess they could justify it by saying they train in their armor. I don't know. But as far as I know, it sounds like it's just the master and apprentice kind of training sparring session. Okay. And it's some kind of Jedi dojo set of some kind. Oh no, they came to arrest me.
Oh no.
They want the clone trooper armor on them. Sorry, guys.
Okay. All right. So we're not expecting it to be Clone Wars era, pre-Clone Wars era then.
Or, I mean, it's after Attack of the Clones, so technically it's the Clone Wars era.
Oh, well, okay. There you go.
Technically, I mean, but it's not in a battle of the Clone Wars where they're on the battlefield and Cody's there and he's like, Kenobi, you're my best friend, and Rex is there and he's like, you're my best friend too, like that kind of stuff. It's just the two guys as far as I know. But maybe there's like a little Grand Inquisitor watching them in the dojo going, I'm a weirdo. I don't think so though.
Thank you, Meg. I've never been told I've been outstanding at gymnastics ever in my life. I feel so proud of myself that that's a fantastic compliment. Thank you.
I will say Ned B. I think they cut the guy back a bit.
Yeah.
On that one, Haja. I love Haja. I think he's one of the more entertaining concepts that they've come up with, and he's coming back. And then Roken. Episode 5 was always what I was told was Roken's real episode. Like he's introduced in this one, but it's not in the 5th one is when he is supposedly going to be, that's his episode. Like that's the real one. And so, and then I think Tala's great. And the only thing I would really be critical of really is just that, like the way that they had him Roken go, I'm not going to help you. Okay, I'll help you. But you do see the logic unfold about why he changes his mind when he starts talking about his wife. And he's like, yeah, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm going to help you. Like but it was just so fast. They just sped that up so fast. Like if you map that scene out and write it down, you could see how it could have been so much slower with subtlety. And they went with the fast take in the edit for whatever reason. I don't agree with it.
Yeah. Dawn asks, so no glimpse of the father, son, daughter arc, the Mortis arc in any flashbacks? I would say not, absolutely not in Kenobi. Could they potentially put that into Ahsoka? I think possibly, but even there, I think that might be a stretch.
Well, her owl is probably an avatar of the sister, right? Is that what we've accepted?
Yep.
And so those owls are being used. That owl's in Ahsoka, the TV show. I know that for a fact, Jack. So maybe they're going to do something. Maybe they will do something with it. But right now, they're just walking around old tombs.
Very good.
And rubble.
Very good.
Big toes, big old toes.
Meg and Nikki are having way too much fun in the chat together. They've reconciled. There's a little friction going on between them, but the salty Meg appeals to Nikki's sensibilities. I got to use that. I got to use that in a positive frame. Nikki's sensibilities. Meg is making them all happy today. So we do get the training bit where Obi-Wan remembers Anakin's tell, right? Hey, oh my goodness, Echo Base Network, my goodness, thank you so much for $20 super chat, Nick. That's fantastic. I truly do appreciate it. For me, I care about Star Wars and the character so much that I feel like it does not add up or being respectful. It upsets me. Yeah. See, jealous for people loving Kenobi and wish I was. Ultra passionate fan. Look, Nick, I completely understand. And I was chatting with somebody. And I've mentioned this several times. The prequels did that to me. And so I absolutely understand where you are. I understand 100% why you feel the way you do. And I hope that it doesn't take you a decade or more to reconcile that, because for a good decade, I was not in a good place with Star Wars. And it was a very, very difficult time for me. My heart was broken and I was dejected, right? I felt like I didn't have this love that I grew up with, and that it was somehow taken away from me. And George Lucas wouldn't even give me back the movies that I watched when I was a kid. And like,
Such a jerk.
I know. And I'm like, the thing I fell in love with, the thing I saw in the theater that captured my imagination and got me absolutely in love with this whole thing, was taken away from me, and it hurt. And it took more than 10 years for me to reconcile with Star Wars, right? Mm-hmm. and there's Meg saying, Santa's one of the folks that says that calls George Lucas to quit. Well, I wasn't. I kept my opinions to myself. I wasn't on message boards at the time.
Wait,
I wasn't writing
you weren't sending him black roses and stuff, saying quit.
No. No,
okay.
But I will say this: when he sold it to Disney, that was a happy day for me. Mm-hmm. This is just me personal, right? Yeah. Me personal, because I was so upset with him, and still hold some grudge for him not giving me the movies I fell in love with. I can't share those with my children. I mean, I can, but I can't get them, directly. I can't stream them on Disney Plus. I've got to go get it from, a project, and it's a little shady. It's not the straightforward kind of thing. So, look,
back
I hope.
then, I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. No, Nick. I hope that between Mandalorian and where we're going with season 3 and Ahsoka, and I hope and pray. I hope and pray that Andor gives you some of the content that you love, and some of the content that you can be passionate and enjoy. And I'm really, I'm sad for you, my friend X-Wing, for even Meg, who's being a bit salty. And I know she's playing up a little bit, just this much in the chat.
Because she's still punk.
She is.
A little punk.
She loves me, and she loves giving me a hard time, and I know that, and I love her too. So it's a mutual affection. So go ahead, Jason. Sorry.
No. Just like I came at it from the opposite end of you, but still got stuff for it. Like I really liked the prequel movies. I was on board with the journey of it, and then Revenge of the Sith was my favorite one. So for me, it just kind of got better, But everyone used to say, they're like, you're lying to yourself. You're faking it. And it's like, for what? If I hated this, I would be the most crushed person in the room. Like if it didn't work for me, if I was so excited for it. And if it had like not delivered for me, it would have crushed me. I would have been like, so I could always empathize where people are coming from when it's not working. And then the only thing I could say is it sucks if it doesn't work for you. I'm sorry. And then on the other hand, I mean, if there's ever any side of it, are you making it not work for yourself to some extent? Like when I do hear unfair criticisms, that's where my mind goes. But
I want to say both of those are true as well, Jason. That there are people who won't criticize anything. Yeah, won't be critical of the storyline anyway, and feel like they need to go through extra measures to defend and insult anybody who finds any criticism with it. And there are other side that go in with the intent to do harm. And it's just that exists in this fandom. The bulk of us aren't there. the bulk of us are somewhere in between, and we are having like Nick and Coach over at EBN, Star Wars Meg X-Wing. They're having earnest responses. Nikki, I'm still on the fence about. No, I kid, Nikki, I kid. You know me. But are having this emotional reaction to the content because it's not up to the standard that they expect, want, or desire from Star Wars. And should we be able to give that kind of feedback without feeling like we're being attacked for giving that kind of feedback, right? I get that. I understand. And that's why I feel so bad about how I came off to Meg last week. I don't think I came off in the right kind of tone. And I wanted to rectify that and say, look, that is a legitimate position to have. And if you want to express that, you should be able to express it without feeling like you get attacked for that, and especially not from me. And that's why I feel so bad.
A lot of times people tend to focus on whatever the negative is.
Yeah.
Like I did my impressions, and then I did my review, and in my impressions, highly critical of the look of the show. The show could look more expensive. The show could look a lot prettier. I am still of the opinion, if you're going to do Tatooine, go to Tunisia. The volume is never going to deliver Tunisia. It's just not. I'll take the volume over not getting it, though.
Right.
That's where I'm at with it. But then I love the story, and I don't really agree. I really agree with the story choices, like 90% of the time.
Yeah.
But when I did it looks cheap, and it doesn't look as good as it could. The transitions aren't as good as they can be. I had people going like, I don't tune in to watch this. It's like, well, I hope you're not tuning in just to hear what you think. Just listen to yourself in the shower, and you're good. You know what I mean? Like do your shower thoughts, and then be good.
Right.
But Meg doesn't appreciate my pronunciation of Tunisia. Am I saying it wrong? Tunisia.
Yeah. Well, Meg, we need you to call into Jason's show this afternoon and teach him how to say Tunisia. I don't know.
She's a dancer next to Amber, who puts people in amber.
Like Hermione Granger. It's Tunisia, not Tunisia.
Tunisia.
Oh my goodness. Nikki, the volume is what will be the death of Disney Plus shows. I don't know. It needs to get better for sure. And it has its limitations 100%. And I've heard this, that these are TV shows at the end of the day. Compare it to the Ewok movies we had, and compare it to stuff from the late 80s, early 90s, and it's light years beyond that. And it's beyond what George Lucas had in mind when he wanted to do the series himself, right? The technology wasn't there. The volume has increased the quality enough that we can get these things, but they're just not quite where I think a lot of fans want it to be. And it's why too that I think the next movie that comes out is super critical that it be the quality of filmmaking, like just filmmaking itself, that people are in love with. And I'm beginning to come to a place where I can really see this juxtaposition between Disney Plus streaming shows and movies, and how important the movies are, and the deficit that it's left over these last few years of not having any.
Right.
But I'll go back again to saying there was a day, little boys and girls, gather around the table. Old Santa's got to tell you a story. There was there was a decade where we had no Star Wars, none, zero. There was like so I'll take the Disney Plus with its warts and all over the nothing. And for me personally, and I know, look, you can throw stones at me and say, look, I'm part of the problem, but I'm loving this, and I'll take its warts and all, because to me, I'm still having fun watching it. I'm still having fun. And if I weren't having fun, I would let you all know.
Yeah, I have real life friends who for the last 20 years have tried to get me to watch Babylon 5. I'm not
Oh
gonna
yeah.
do it. Don't ask me. I'm sure it's good and y'all like it. But I'm never gonna watch Babylon 5. It's not gonna happen. But I've seen what Babylon 5 looks like. And when people those same people are critical of the volume like it's beneath them, of my personal friends. But I'm like, you guys are watching Babylon 5 on like Blu-ray right now. Like, and you like it. Like, can your fantasy mind not switch over? But it is a weird jump for people because you are seeing Obi-Wan Kenobi on TV, who we've only seen in film.
Yeah.
It's
and
hard.
and Dale, look, I love this. I love this comment as well. Is it worth ruining someone else's enjoyment by complaining about it? Why do people have to ruin my mental gymnastics? I'm going to defend both sides of this. I'm going to say, if you are unhappy and you have a group of other folks that are unhappy, and you can express your displeasure together and be able to coalesce around that and be able to express those feelings, I think that's healthy as a community. That's healthy for you as a fan to be able to have a place where you feel like you're amongst like-minded individuals. However, I think you also need to stretch yourself enough to spend time with people who disagree with you. And it's why I spend so much time with my friends over at Ebian, right? So I think Nick and Coach are tremendous human beings, and they are great Star Wars fans, and they are the other side of the scale from me. And so I don't always watch their content because I don't want to hate watch something. I don't want to dislike Nick or Coach because I get mad at what they say. Right? But I think they should exist. Absolutely. And I think what they're doing is good. Absolutely. The same with my friend X-Wing and Thor Skywalker. All of them are doing good things for the communities. But if you limit yourself to that echo chamber, it can be terrible. It can be terrible.
Have you considered that maybe Coach is the person who could help you get back on the basketball team?
Oh, you know what? I have not thought about that. You know, that's a good point. I was asked how to get back on the basketball team, and I absolutely should have hit up my friend Coach and said, Coach, I've got a community member who's really, really distraught over getting kicked off the team, and they want to know what they could do to get back and to reconcile with it. I should have called you. I could, Coach could have helped a lot. Yeah. Meg, I had a teacher in year 5 who pronounced decade as from South Africa, much like Omega is Omega, right? So she, like you get decade and decade, right? South Cape Town, South Africa. Anyway, Viva La Yada. Very good. Yeah, where's Dominic? We can eat him. I know. So, anything else that? Oh, the other thing I think that people are concerned about, that, and again, it comes from this movie release thing, and they add up the time of this movie thing, and they're doing addition, subtraction, more math, and they're figuring out, well, if this episode is less than 40, or in that 40-minute mark, then the next episode has to be around this minute mark, and they're adding everything together. Rest assured, your thought on it, and you don't have like the official time, but you're just adding up the story in your head. You're going,
I know what they I know what they film. I know the filming lengths. I know how long things went on for. Do not start expecting that you're gonna get an hour and a half long episode. And I would say like this next one is probably going to be in the 30-minute, 39-minute range to the 40-minute. Like it's going to be one of the shorter of the episodes, and the final episode is going to be more like the first episode in terms of that length. So
excellent.
and yeah, that's
was
where it's going to come out. So if you take that right there, you take, you could kind of figure out what the Q&A was going to be from the big one from there.
And
if you want.
Yeah, and here it's about maybe trying to set expectations. Expect something 30 to 40 minutes.
Well, I kept telling everybody, I keep telling everybody how long they were since last year. For 1 year. I have been telling people how long these episodes are, and nobody will believe me.
I know, Jason.
What they want to hear, but it is what it is.
I know. It cracks me up because you've been like a broken record, and we troll you too about certain things.
I got it coming. It's karma.
It's good fun.
I completely accept it.
But setting the expectation, 30 to 40 minutes, and the scene with Anakin and Hayden, right? Obi-Wan is say 5 minutes or less, not 10 minutes or more.
I don't know how long it is. But I know what happens in it, and just knowing what happens in it, and I'm going to say it's about 3 minutes long.
Okay.
I think that's what people should expect. It's about 3 minutes. But once again, what if it's boom, 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 and that's all? You know what I mean? It could be that for all I know. But
yeah. Again, we're just trying to set expectations because folks who really want to see a 10-minute flashback scene, I do too. By the way, I would love to see a 10-minute scene with Hayden and Ewan together. Absolutely, please. All day.
This might be the opening that door for us getting a Clone Wars story of people saying we want more of that and literally demanding it. Maybe they'll do it.
Yeah. Meg, there's Jason talking about length again. Always about length. Always.
But in all seriousness, Meg, the thing about this next episode is it's short, but it has girth. That's what you need to remember.
Oh, no.
That's important too.
It is important.
And
it's how you use the link.
Yeah.
It's super important.
Efficacy
super
matters.
Important.
Yeah. This episode could go all night, you guys. But if it's good at what it does, it won't need to. That's all I'm saying, okay? That's all I'm going to say on it.
Please, be that the only thing you're going to say on it. Mike Porter, Marvel and DC fans question too, but Star Wars fans are most passionate. They're critical, but it's rewarding when it works. I agree with that. Going back to the Flash Bacta, so I think that's a really good question. Will Morgan brings up. So we know this scene happens. Is it while he's in Bacta, or is it more like a meditation moment or something like that?
Yeah, I asked about the force healing stuff and about the Bacta tank stuff, and I've been told that stuff it's not being used. It's not in there anymore. Like that was it. So to the best of my sources' knowledge, that is it. So the best of my knowledge, that
Meg needs a 1 hour and 9 minute episode to fulfill her desires.
I want Favreau and Filoni to clock in a 69-minute episode and like high five at the end because they did that. I want that in my Disney gallery. Okay.
Yeah. So Mike Porter dad joke before I forget. We don't have to be done just yet, but I don't want to forget. Mike Porter dad joke. What did Han Solo say to an almost unconscious Luke Skywalker as they were running away from the stormtroopers?
What did he say?
Oh, hey kid, Wookiee here. Are you okay?
Oh, Mike, you did it again. That's what I think. You can't get any funnier. You gotta step it up.
That was really good. That's really good. So just to set expectations tonight, less than 45 minutes, and the training scene less than 5 minutes, and do expect a pretty significant battle. Vader going full ham. The Inquisitors going full ham.
Well, I think if you say that, now you just disappointed everybody.
Okay.
Because here's the thing I keep saying, by the way, is this is what it's supposed to be.
Okay.
But look at the scale of the show so far. Do we think it's going to be full ham?
That's a good point.
Or maybe a chicken wing.
I did get caught with the Battle of Five Armies thing with the Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Pretty pathetic 5 armies if that's the case, right? So let's be careful about that.
and Book of Boba Fett was trying to make the big battle, and it was like 16 people getting onto a bus and riding totally to the corner in some of those shots. So
right.
but,
Yeah, careful, calm down, just settle down.
But let's hope it's that. I hope it's that. I hope the battle is as described. As described, it sounds cool, but will it be is the big question I have.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
5 people in a pickup is probably the better way of putting it. I agree.
Oh, excellent. All right. Well, Jason, thank you so much for your time. It's been a lot of fun talking to you today. Meg, Nikki, all of you in the chat. Will,
yeah, Nikki. My goal is to make Nikki so angry that we crack fusion, and then we can power cities with it. But,
that could happen. Yes. That could happen.
Sorry, Nick. I'm sorry. Nick.
And Nick from EBN, thank you so much, all of you, for your super chats, for your support. It means a ton to me. And you know who you are, who sent me that very special message yesterday. Touched my heart, made me feel really, really good about what we're doing here, and it put my mind kind of back on track. So I appreciate that. Jason, you guys going, you're doing your show today? Or you wait until tonight to do a preview show?
I think I'm going to do one with Rob. Rob's out. He's not staying up anymore. So
okay.
The show broke Rob. He's not staying up. So I'm going to do a little show with Rob at about 11 Pacific Standard Time, and we'll go over the Taika stuff and just hang out for a bit. And then I probably won't go super long today because I'm going to go and do stuff tonight. So
Rob and Nikki are hanging out. They're just going to sleep through it. They'll watch it whenever. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there you go. All right. Well, thank you again. Thank you so much. Jason, we'll catch you later, my friend. Take care.
Bye, everyone.
All right. Bye. All right. And for the rest of you, I hope that you have a wonderful day. Hey, participate in our predictions game. The link to it is in the chat here. And you notice these names scrolling by at the bottom. These are folks who got more predictions correct than Santa on episode 4. Oh, I did not do well at all. Oh, it was terrible. This week, I'm hoping to do a bit better and have a shorter list of Wall of Fame. We have 3 pages of it this week. So get your predictions in. Maybe your name will appear in the scroll at the bottom. And the most important thing is that you beat Ducky. No, I kid. But hey, come out, participate in the predictions game. It's fun. Tomorrow morning, about 8 a.m. Eastern, I am going to try my best to do a live watch. As I mentioned at the beginning, we've got internet issues here. The internet's out. We've got big storms came in last night and really put us in trouble. Hey, Robert Sinclair, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your support. But it might be tough to stream the Kenobi show and live stream a watch party. I'm going to try. I'm going to really, really try. But understand, it may not happen. So you guys, don't go posting prediction links unless you like hair dryers. Oh my goodness. Very funny. So you guys have fun. Have a great day, an awesome day. Let's hope that Kenobi episode 5 makes more people happy than angry. And I truly hope that tomorrow we'll be all super excited about this latest episode and looking forward to episode chapter 6. So thank you, Leah. Thank you, Dale, Kay, Ducky, Chillmonger. You guys have all been wonderful. And of course, Mike Porter. Everybody, I can't list everybody, but thank you for your support. Have a wonderful day, my friends. And until next time, ho, 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 Merry Christmas. And may the Force be with you always. Bye-bye.
Hot dang! Talking through the news from a galaxy far away. Toys and book reviews, positivity all the way. Come and join the fun, subscribe and like away. Movie news and show reviews, it's like Christmas every day. Oh, Star Wars Santa, the Star Wars Santa Show. Oh, what fun it is to chat on the Star Wars Santa Show. Oh, Star Wars Santa, the Star Wars Santa Show. Oh, what fun it is to chat on the Star Wars Santa Show. Ho, 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 ho. Hot dang, ladies and gentlemen, you're in for a treat tonight on the Star